Yeah, thanks, John. Just a quick call, please, to our senior shearing finalists. Could we have you up here now, please? Senior shearing finalists to get a singlet and to draw stands. Senior shearers.
Top qualifier Connor Puha in this event. He's drawn the number 1 block. Right out here on the end, we'll get a good look at him from the commentator's end. Hiding in the cheap seats down the far end, the Winton man, Brandon Maguire at Wairarapa. He's got a bit of quality about that lad down there too. Received the trophy last night for the quality points in the junior.
Competitors in the intermediate final will run straight into that after the junior. Baraki Puna, Lionel Taumata, Jacob Brunton, Tigre Bradley, Ricky Stevens, James McKenzie.
Okay, shearers, a lovely sheep in that pen. Come out of there and flex your muscles and get ready and warmed up for this event. You have 5 second shear sheep to shear, supplied by Ngā Tahuna. The sheep have been available for the last couple of days. Oh, we got a question down the front end.
We saw Connor Puha earlier this morning. He is Woolhandling for the Young Farmers event. He's a pretty talented young man from Kimbolton. Sam Davison, he's a local man and he's a local favourite. There's a few women in the stadium cheering him on. Come on, Sam, you can do this.
Okay, we're ready to roll. Shearers on the board. Everybody's happy. Timekeepers right. Judges, competitors, go. Ooh, the first of the shearing finals here today. What a cracker it's going to be. 2016 PGG Wrightson's Golden Shears final. These young competitors. We talked about Connor Puha. I remember seeing him in the competitive stage when he was about 11. He could hardly reach over the top of the wool table, but he was there in the wool handling. He has now graduated into a fine, strong young man, and he's up here battling it out for the junior competition. Sam Davison, the local hopeful from Masterton. Power-packed young fella, and he's full of concentration. He's had the advantage of got the home turf. He knows a little bit about these sheep. Cody Gregg from Levin. He, as a young fella, was a wood chopper. Maybe he still chucks the old axe around, but here he is with a wool axe, and he's blowing the wool off on stand number 3. And then we have a couple of Welsh guys. By golly, they've been to the fore in the last few years, these young fellas. Rhys Douglas from Wales on number 4, and Gwyndoyan Davis on stand number 5. By golly, they're trying to keep the hammer down. They want to spook these Kiwis. They would like to take the converted trophy back to over there in Wales. Brandon Maguire, high quality, strong young lad down on number 6. And he's right on the pace too, because he's a big, strong sheep. They're going to take some handling. And certainly looking forward to who's going to set the pace and what sort of time. 1 minute 25 gone, and looks like it's going to be Cody Gregg coming down that last side, Morgan. He looks to be doing very well. Just pops the head out there for a bit of ease of operation.
Look at the arms on the young fella. He's still got some growing to do, but he's building himself into a tank of a man. He's got some power behind him. He's learning his pattern. He's learning to get that rhythm now. He's starting to feel it a bit. He can taste how good it is. Sam Davidson's all concentration as he flows down the last side. These junior shearers, they're building their flow.
Just a quick call, please. Dylan McGruddy and Guy Fraser. Dylan and Guy, we need you up here for the senior draw, guys, please.
Connor Puha here on the front stand. High quality. Now you just keep an eye on those board points there above the shearer's stand. The left-hand column is the time points calculated at 3 points per minute. That's 1 every 20 seconds. The board points, that's the average number of second cuts that's going to be recorded over the 5 sheep. So we have a 0.8, a 0.8, a 1, a 1.4, and a 0.4 on the bottom end. So that's these young shearers are keeping that comb glued to the skin. Cody Gregg doesn't need to look around. He needs to concentrate on what he's doing with his animal. And he's having a little bit of bother at the moment. He needs just to concentrate. Single focus. That's what it's all about. Your fella mate can't come along and chuck an extra handpiece on and help you out. You've got to shear this animal yourself. The whole animal all the way through without any breaks in the wool. If you second cut that fibre to the wool, those judges are going to go, ha, gotcha. And the points will add up at the end of the day. So you need to have the least amount of points on that scoreboard at the top there, and you're in with a chance of taking it away. The outside points are withheld at this stage, Morgan, because we like to keep it a secret for the presentations.
Yeah, we're going to have an instant prize giving straight after this. Brandon Maguire, he can taste that prize money already. The Winton lad from the deep dark south. He steps over into the long blow. He's building up a bit of pace now. He's enjoying it. Half combing it there. He's no second cuts for him. Into the pen goes Cody Gregg. The live-in man tucks that leg under behind his leg, and into the belly he goes. He's moving, but he's starting to enjoy it. It's not easy up on that stage. You got the bright lights. You got the big crowd. You've got your own nerves to contend with. But the second or third sheep, you start sinking into it, start enjoying it, start getting a bit of a rhythm going. Third sheep on the board for Sam Davison now. Come on, Sam. He was up at 6 this morning. He's already shorn 150 ewes this morning. He had a bit of work to do at the home farm before he's allowed the afternoon off to compete in the Golden Shears. Connor Puha's got sheep number 3 on the board, but all the early paces of Cody Gregg. John.
He might have shorn 150 in his dreams last night. I bet he wasn't down at the shed at 5 o'clock this morning. Hey, I've seen that happen before, where they go and do a half a day's work before they come to the Golden Shears, and then all of a sudden, whoops, they're out of energy. They need all the energy they can muster up here to train these wild beasts. They are not sedated in any way. They are straight out of the paddock. Well, a couple of hours standing off, just emptying out, so it makes it comfortable for them as Cody Gregg comes over the last side. Down under the first off shoulder, the most difficult part of the sheep for Rhys Douglas from Wales. Davies from Wales up the long blow, down the far end. We got Wairarapa up at the top. He comes. Look at those powerful young shoulders manipulating that $1,000 piece of equipment in his hand. He steps up the neck now. Connor Puha's 2 or 3 shots in front of him. They've only got 5 to shear, and this is sheep number 3. Working away and down into the long blow. Sam Davison, the local man. Come on, he must have some hometown support. Cody Gregg from across the hill. He's first out with number 4. 5.5 minutes are gone. Connor Puha can't even hear his mother calling. Rocking up the top there. His father's gritting his teeth for him in the cheap seats out the side. Turning on the top now, Connor. Use those powerful shoulders. Cody Gregg starting to move away from the field. Down and out to the flank for Douglas from Wales. In goes Davies with a change of blade. He says, I've got the secret. There's a harsh cutting sheep. Let's get on with the job with a fresh steel. Here comes Sam Davison, the Masterton man. But it's sheep number 4 for Cody Gregg. He's still showing the way there, Morgan. He's making every post a winning post.
Yeah, this X-Man, he knows how to swing a handpiece too. Look at him go. Concentration there. He's getting his footwork right. He's got that sheep under control. His toes are lifting up there. He's bending that sheep and she falls into the long blow for him. Falling into position. There's a bit of life in them. There's a lot of work here for these junior shearers. Sam Davison, he's starting to make this look easy. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing him in the next few years. He'll be up here again. Don't forget that name, because you're going to see it again and again. We won't be long to it calling it in the open final, John.
Yeah, look, anyway, he's pumping over the shoulder the last side here on stand number 3, leading the way. Time gone, 7 minutes. Not too bad for these young fellas. Down and out to the flank. Oh, Cody says, I'm going to pop the head out. I could feel she was starting to wriggle. Out the last leg he comes. Here with who's going to chase him at the moment. Down there on stand number 5, I think it's going to be Davies rocking up the long blow, closely followed by Douglas. Connor Puha next in line here on stand number 1. Over the top of the shoulder he comes. Davison perhaps a little bit ahead of him. He comes onto the last side. Up over the tail, trailing the field is Brandon Maguire, but just keep an eye on those points. 1.2 looking pretty sharp. Hey, they're doing very well, these young competitors. That's the average number of second cuts over 5 sheep. It's calculated by the computer. Down and out comes Davison. Come on, you better start hooting this man along. Sheep number 5 on for Cody Gregg. Up over the tail. He's quite happy with his cuts as Davison. He steps into the pen now. In goes the Welshman. The other Welshman, Douglas, is about 2 shots off. Konapuha taking the top on the last side. The last cheek coming off Morgan. He needs to stoke it along.
These Welshmen have learned well. They've enjoyed their main share in New Zealand and they've shorn some pretty good sheep. Shorn with some of the New Zealand's best shearers and they've had their little beady eyes on them the whole way. They've picked up a few tricks. They've picked up a few little shortcuts here and there and they know how to get the job done now. They're holding their own up on the bright lights. But all the pace is with Cody Gregg, the Kiwi boy from Levin. He's coming down the last side now. He's tucking that sheep in between his legs. Over the brisket, over the shoulder he comes, flowing away now. Konapuha, the Kimbolton man. Into the pen he goes, his 5th sheep on the board now. The belly comes off for Konapuha. It's long blow time for Sam Davison. He's got a good lead on Connor. He's trying to catch Cody. Can he catch him? Down the last side, out the cheek he comes. Don't go back, Sam, don't go back, there's no time for that. Cody Gregg takes his time, his 5th and final sheep done in just over 9 minutes.
You're just watching these Welshmen come down the last side. I remember we used to had a bit of a cunning trick with the Welshmen in my time. We used to fill them up on that tui syrup and they'd get over here and they'd be gagging a little bit. So we had a little bit of a cunning plan. But these young fellas, they said, we're making the final. We're here to stay. And there goes young Davies. He's finished in touches along with your local man, Sam Davison. Next in line is going to be Rhys Douglas from Wales on stand number 4. He's holding up the flag pretty proudly on his heart. Hey, look at him breathing still strongly and hits the super button there to take his time. And then we've still got the Kiwis at the either end of the board. Konapuha, the local man from up the road in Kimbolton. Hey, he knows all about shearing or woolhandling, this man. He knows a bit about playing rugby as well. Crikey, he might make the Manawa 2 team in the next couple of years by the look of those shoulders of him. He comes across the last side now. Chasing him hard as Maguire, Wairarapa down the far end. Got the old curly locks as he comes over the top, shaking his head, a little bit of sweat running off the brow for the young man. But it's going to be Konapuha at the number 1 stand. Out the last leg he goes. Some proud parents in the hall at the moment. He reaches for the time button. Hopefully he's done enough. We'll wait and see. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him go. Brendan Maguire, Wairarapa, the 2016 PGG Wrightson Junior finalists. Well done, guys. It is an instant prize giving.
Righto, well done, guys. That was a pretty impressive display for your junior shearers. Konapuha, what event do you prefer, the woolhandling or the shearing?
The shearing.
It's good fun, eh? It's good to watch too. You look good up there. You made it look easy. Yeah, these boys here, they gave you a bit of a run for your money. How many sheep you got to settle dispute for us? I said you were shearing this morning, Sam.
Yeah, I had a bit of a practice this morning.
How many did you get through?
Not enough.
I don't know, you kept the pace pretty well there. You look pretty good. But judges are just conferring. We're getting our points together. We're going to have a big check for one of you soon. You're all gonna be in the money, but only one can win it. Cody Gregg, where'd you get your last side from?
What do you mean?
Where'd you learn your last side from? Is there a shearer out there you've been watching to steal that? Because you look damn good coming down there.
I'd just like to thank Jacob Brunton for teaching me how to shear.
Good on you. It's great to see these older shearers, these more experienced shearers, passing down their knowledge. And that's the beauty of these shows. That's where I learned to shear. You pick up a lot of tricks and little trade secrets. Well done, guys. It's hot up here. You guys, you're all dripping. You're still dripping. And how's your rugby going there, Connor?
I finished school now, so don't play.
Stuck in the sheds?
Yeah.
Sheds for life. Good on you, man. I'll hand us over to the MC.
Thanks very much. We have ourselves another instant prize giving, and the results are making their way up to the board. This event is sponsored by PGG Wrightson. And here representing PGG Wrightson and to present the awards is Shane Cohen.
Thanks, Kieran. PGG Wrightson's is all about quality products and quality people, and it's a great fit because all you guys do a fantastic job. And the better the quality and the better the people, the better value we keep in New Zealand agriculture. So all that gold, white gold that you fellas peel off every day, just keep it going. Well done.
Good. One of the things that makes Golden Shears stand out from other shearing competitions is a strong international contingent. And this year, approximately 15% of all entrants were from outside New Zealand. And here, next to me, are two junior shearers from Wales. Good on you. First prize in the PGG Wrightson Junior Shearing receives $400. From Masterton, Sam Davison. Well done, mate. You've done it for the home crowd. We've been waiting 56 years to get a Masterton Open champion. If it doesn't happen tonight, maybe you'll be the next one.
Oh, well, you never know. You just never know. But, pretty surprised, to be honest. So, yeah, no, bloody good. To all the rest of the competitors, it was it's an awesome final, and, you guys definitely gave it all you got, and, it was, massive field, and I think just making the final was just a huge achievement on its own, so good on you guys. Also, I'd like to thank all the sponsors, the competitors, the Farmers for Sheep, and everything that goes on behind the scenes. So cheers.
Well said. Second place receives $200. Brandon Maguire-Ratima. Third place and $150. Put your hands together, Cody Gregg. Fourth place, $130, Connor Puha. Fifth place, $120 from Wales, Rhys Douglas. And put your hands together for Gwendon Davies. We have one more award to give out for this event, the PGG Wrightson Junior Shearing. We have the Stewart Trophy for the top local shearer, with points of 35.352. The top local shearer, Sam Davison. Thank you very much. That concludes that. We'll pass you back to Rick.
Yeah, thank you, Karen. Congratulations to those competitors, junior finalists.
Welcome along, Tom Wilson.
Thank you,
a
Tom.
1984 world champion.
Yep, that's correct.
Oh, well, welcome back to the studio, Tom. We're coming down, we're counting down. We've got a big afternoon ahead of us, and also we go into the evening's session. Well, we've invited Tom back to the studio this afternoon. Viewers, ladies and gentlemen out there, Tom is the chairperson the go-to man for the next World Championships, which are going to be held in Invercargill on the 9th of February 2017, the Golden Shears World Championship. So Tom, welcome along. Let's have a little bit of a word about the new shears.
Yeah, well, initially it's going to be held in Invercargill in February the 9th to the 11th, 2017. We're fully in preparation mode at the moment and all on track to present a full programme and an amazing event at the ILT Stadium in Invercargill. Really, it's not just going to be a World Shearing and Woolhandling Championships. It's going to be a whole host of events surrounding it, with a trade expo and a wool expo and something for everyone.
Well, we all look forward to that, Tom. And I believe there's already some teams have already been picked. The Cook Islands have just announced their team, and that's the good lineup there. I believe the Americans have just about picked their team. We've got the ambassador here this afternoon with us, so it's permeating, it's creating a lot of hype for the World Champs next year.
Yeah, it's great that the teams are being selected as their national competitions arise in different countries. The American team, the Falkland Island team, and we've had initial response from countries like Mongolia, Estonia, Italy. So the momentum's gaining, and it can only get more as the year goes on.
A wonderful time of the year to visit the South Island. It's going to be lovely. The lakes will be glistening, and plenty of things for people to do down there, isn't there?
Coro, it's a perfect time in New Zealand, or especially the South Island, or south of the South Island. The scenery is amazing, the lakes, just the timing surrounding it is perfect for the sheep as well. The sheep selection at that time of year, it's that time of year when all the sheep get shown down there, so there's no problem in that area. And we've got Queenstown within an hour and a half.
So there you go, viewers, ladies and gentlemen, the stadium. Tom Wilson, the chairperson of next year's World Championships, the Golden Shears, World Shearing, Woolhandling, and a host of other activities. We look forward to it. Tom, thank you very much for spending a little bit of time with us in the studio
Thank
here.
you. Everyone's
Thank you.
welcome.
Well done.
Well done, Coro and Tom Wilson, about the World Champs coming up, as I said, in between the 9th to the 11th of February next year in Invercargill in the ILT Stadium down there. Rightio, talking about action. Give them a mighty round of applause as they come up, starting on the bottom stand, ladies and gentlemen. An international flavour once again. Give it up for James McKenzie. On your way, James. From Gisborne, ladies and gentlemen, stand 5. Ricky Stevens is here. From Woodville, the man who saw some perfect sheep to get here, Tegwin Bradley. From Leven, Jacob Brunton, ladies and gentlemen. All the way from Gore, away down in the deep south, Lionel